The copycat. This friend studies your personality like they're preparing for finals. You buy new shoes? They were already planning to get those. You start listening to a new artist? Suddenly they start acting like they've been a fan for years. At first, it feels flattering. Then it gets weird. Then one day, you realize you're basically watching someone slowly download your personality in real time. Most copycats aren't evil though. Usually they're insecure and think copying confident people will somehow fix their own identity crisis. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. The best thing you can do is stop treating their behavior like a compliment and start noticing whether they have an identity of their own. The user. You know this friend, the one who only remembers you exist when they need something. Need a ride? They text you. Need homework answers? Suddenly you're bro. Need emotional support at 2 a.m. after ignoring you for 3 weeks? Yep, your phone lights up like it's an emergency hotline. And the second you need help, they're gone. Faster than your battery on 1%. Real friendships feel balanced. This one feels like a subscription you forgot to cancel. If every interaction feels like a transaction, stop giving more than you're getting. The attention seeker. Somehow, every conversation becomes about them. You could literally say, "I broke my leg," and they'd respond with, "That reminds me of when my life was harder." Attention seekers treat every interaction like they're the main character in a live stream. Loud stories, exaggerated drama, emotional speeches. They'll do almost anything to keep the spotlight on themselves. And the second somebody else gets more attention, suddenly they're offended, heartbroken, or going through something. The spotlight moves for 2 seconds, and suddenly there's a personal crisis. A good friendship leaves room for both people. If you're always the audience, you're probably not a friend. You're a spectator. The competitive friend. Everything becomes a contest with this person. You got a new job? They somehow got a better one. You ran a mile? Suddenly they ran 5. You say you're tired? Bro acts like they survived a war tragedy. Competitive friends can't enjoy normal conversations because their ego turns every interaction into a scoreboard. Hanging out with them gets exhausting fast because instead of bonding, you constantly feel measured and ranked. If somebody treats every conversation like a scoreboard, they're probably competing with you more than they're connecting with you. The ghost friend. This friend disappears whenever life stops being entertaining. Parties, trips, fun nights out, they're instantly available. But the second things become emotional, stressful, or inconvenient, they vanish into another dimension. You send them a message and start aging while waiting for the reply. Then, 3 weeks later, they return with, "My bad, bro, I was busy." Busy doing what exactly? Building the pyramids? Ghost friends only show up for the highlight reel. They want the fun parts of friendship, without the responsibility that comes with actually being dependable. Pay attention to who shows up when life gets inconvenient. That's usually where real friendship reveals itself. The jealous friend. This is the friend who reacts to your success like you personally ruin their day. You tell them good news, and suddenly the room gets awkwardly quiet. Promotion? Relationship? Glow up? Better grades? Doesn't matter. They immediately hit you with the fake supportive comments. Must be nice. You got lucky. I mean, it's not that impressive. Real friends celebrate your wins. Jealous friends secretly compete with them. And honestly, over time, you stop sharing good news around them because their energy kills your excitement every single time. If somebody consistently makes you feel guilty for succeeding, don't shrink your achievements to protect their ego. The fake supporter. This friend acts supportive in public, but secretly hates seeing you improve. They'll encourage you just enough to sound nice, but never enough to actually help you succeed. And when you finally start winning at something, that's when the energy changes. Replies get colder. Support disappears. Fake supporters love the version of you that stays small because it makes them feel comfortable. Nothing exposes fake support faster than success. The people who genuinely care about you won't become colder when your life gets better. The backstabber. This person treats your secrets like podcast material. Everything you tell them somehow ends up circulating around the friend group. And somehow they still act trustworthy while doing it. Backstabbers love playing both sides because they want everybody to like them, even if it means sacrificing you in the process. And here's the biggest red flag. If somebody constantly gossips about other people around you, your name is absolutely part of the conversation when you leave the room too. Trust people with your secrets only after they've proven they can protect someone else's. The two-faced friend. Around you, they're loyal, funny, supportive, amazing. Around other people, completely different personality. They agree with whoever they're talking to because they're addicted to approval. One day they defend you. The next day, they're laughing at jokes made about you. And the scary thing is, two-faced people are usually extremely charming. That's how they get away with it for so long. Watch how people act when you're not useful, popular, or present. That's usually the most honest version of them. The manipulator. This is basically the final boss of fake friends. This friend never asks directly for things because manipulation works better. They guilt trip you, twist your words, and somehow make you feel bad for having normal boundaries. After conversations with them, you start replaying everything in your head, wondering if maybe you were the problem. That's exactly how manipulators operate. Usually they're calm, smooth, funny, and weirdly convincing. One minute you had boundaries, next minute you're apologizing for things you didn't even do. It's basically psychological judo. The moment you find yourself constantly explaining your boundaries instead of enforcing them, a manipulator is usually winning. Which fake friend have you met? Let me know below.